One Perfect Love, YouTube world, Zaylock23, y'all already know, man. Come at y'all with another video. You got to get this wisdom. You got to get this knowledge, and you got to get this divine understanding. For the ways of the heart directs your feet. It's the heart first, and then the feet second. You understand? So when you meditate on something within the inner world, you see what I'm saying? If you read, say for instance, the Bible, for instance, in the New Testament, it speaks of the kingdom of heaven. I like to say the queendom of heaven too, because, you know, the masculine and the feminine is the balance. You see what I'm saying? So you definitely need that balance. The kingdom of heaven is really the inner heart. What is heaven? Heaven is, it's like a bliss. It's a peace that you experience within inside of yourself. You understand? Nothing is outside of self. See, now the almighty source that created I is formless. It's just an isness. You know what I'm saying? And now a isness got translated into form. So you see this form right here. This is my physical form. This is my human form. You know what I'm saying? And this is just a manifestation of the Almighty that created I, that created all this nature behind me. You see it? So, as you know that you're made up of the same, how can I say, same energy as the Almighty that created you, just discover yourself. Because it's almost like you created yourself if you and the Almighty are not separate. You're oneness with the Almighty, with the source of the universe. If you want to quiet yourself, always be the observer of your mind. Personality, thoughts, these things come with the human form. You overs. But before you was human form, you was just energy. It was just consciousness. But now we're experiencing this realm, this planet. So you got to master yourself so that you can enjoy your experience. This physical experience. Make sure that if you come into documentaries, books, things of this sort, that's going to sharpen the heart. That's going to sharpen the heart. Reason with other brethren and sisters that is reaching for a righteous path. Like, if the source created I think the source will be wiser than I. Because it wasn't I that created ourselves. You see it? So the intelligence that created I would be wiser than me trying to figure out this experience that we're in right now. So the more that you learn about the source, the more that you learn, okay, what's the highest vibration that I can experience this human experience? And really, the deeper I get into it, the more I realize that the food that you eat. When I was in St. Croix, this woman, she was born in the rainforest, 80 something years old, probably going towards 90. Strong, vital, live a long, healthy life. Still living. She there, like, strong. But what was she eating? Dr. Sebi, he speaks on what? The electrical foods. The electrical foods. The plant-based foods. The original foods. None of this GMO, none of this, you know, chemtrail, none of that. Just what the source left on this planet. And what the source left on the planet is the footprint of the Almighty. The Almighty left a footprint. I've been there. Don't you think the Almighty created this before you came into this human form? This is ancient. The earth is ancient. Your bloodline is ancient. Give thanks. Oh yeah, another thing. I want to reason on fasting. The food that you eat and the food that you don't eat, it has an effect on your inner meditation, or like we said before, the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of heaven. Your meditation, because that's really where life takes place, in the heart. You see it? But then you perceive life from the heart. You perceive life from the heart. So it's not out, it's in first and then out. You overs. Yes, sir. So the more that you sharpen the heart, the more of what you view outside of yourself becomes clearer. It's clarity. It's guidance, because you got free will. If I tell my body to lift up my right hand, what it does, lift up my right hand. If I tell my body to lift up my left hand, what it do? Lift up my left hand, you know? My right, my left, you know what I'm saying? Your left, my right, y'all understand? I can do whatever I choose to do in this world. You overs. But whatever I choose to do, I'm planting a seed with every action that I'm doing. So, when I eat or don't eat, say for instance, this new light, like this rise, I don't even know what time it is. Let me see what time it is real quick. Yeah, it's 1:05 right now in the afternoon. So, we've been, trained to, wake up and you have you some fresh eggs, some pancakes, and, I got my fresh, 3 slices of bacon, you know what I'm saying? Them things grimy, boy. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? I got all this for my breakfast, But when you rise, if you look at how the source designed creation, and if you look at the benefits of the body, and you study the body, by studying the body, you understand the source. People's like, I don't know where to find God. Where is God? God, like, help me. Like, God, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just observe yourself, observe your human body, how the Most High created you, and then observe nature. That's all you got to do. It's nothing imaginary. It's nothing like, like, where are you? Like, it's everything. It's the one. The one. When you eat your fruits in the morning, you need to really rise up and drink a whole bunch of tea, a whole bunch of liquids. It's like the less that you put on in your body in the morning, the clearer your mind will be, because your system is just waking up from your bed fast. So, people usually sleep 6, 7 hours, I guess you could say, during the night. And then you rise up in the new light, and as you're rising up, your organs rest. You see what I'm saying? While you're sleeping, they're not vibrating as hard, or they're not working as hard. So pretty much from there, me personally, like I said, it's one I haven't eaten yet. So sometimes I go so long and I just decide to fast that day. I don't eat anything that day. I just got my water right here. I'm just drinking water. I just water fast sometimes. And the more that you keep your body clean, you know what I'm saying, inner cleanse, like, you need to make sure that you're defecating more than you're eating. You know what I'm saying? You should be using number 2 more than you're eating. Because it's like when you're eating, you got to make sure it's flushed. You don't want things just sitting in your intestines or just sitting there, because your intestines are all wrapped up like this. So the food that you eat has to go through this whole process. The body breaks it down. Okay, I'm going to take that from the food. I'm going to heal this part of the body. I'm going to take that. Like, it pulls the nutrients and the medicines out of the body. And then whatever it doesn't need, it just... So it's almost like the leaves, the food that you eat, it's like a plate. You know what I'm saying? It's like you eat a plate, and then your body eats from that plate, whatever you put in your body, and then when it gets finished eating, and then the plate goes down, and then you flush it out, and you do the number 2. You know what I'm saying? You reading a Marcus Garvey book or something like that while you're taking number 2. So you gotta make sure that your body is flushed. You see what I'm saying? You gotta flush it. So sometimes when you go for longer periods of time fasting, that's what so-called Christ, Yeshua, we are all Christ. There is no, greater being outside of self. You are the Most High in the flesh. Fasted for 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. Where am I? I'm in the wilderness. I'm in the wilderness. I'm in the bush. Fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Because it makes you disidentify with this body, and it takes you to a higher spiritual height. Because you know that you've been put in this body, and just as nature does, seasons come and go. But your energy is just forever. You're over. So the more that you tap into that forever, instead of being so identified with this space and time, you tap into a higher spiritual consciousness, enlightenment, a peace within inside of self, inner peace. That's the ways of life. So yeah, man, don't forget African culture. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't forget Alkebulan culture. That's your guidance. That's your order. That's your guidance. You see what I'm saying? Because you've been pushed through all out parts of the earth, and the condition right now, the conditioning, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's separating from the source. These manufacturing companies making all this fake food, like, Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Doritos. That ain't food, bruh. That ain't food. Not food. It's processed. It's not God, It's like you can make things out of what God made, but it'll be more of in a raw, natural state. Like you can make your own coconut milk out of the inside of a coconut. Almond milk with almonds, you know what I'm saying? So that you can get the medicine, because you eat to heal yourself. That's how the Most High designed creation. All the vegetables, the fruits, all these foods, they're here to heal us. The herbs, look at all the herbs that's over here. Study this intelligence, this consciousness. Study it. It's meant to heal. When you eat plants, when you eat nature, it heals. And that's what the Creator made. The Creator ain't made, all this manufactured stuff. Consciousness. Yes, sir. Give thanks and praise for life. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Ugh. Shake the Nazis. And be yourself. Love yourself. And be in the present moment. I know the mind. Listen to it. Don't judge it. Just let it flow. Vibrate in a spirit form as opposed to being so identified with this physical. And the more that you're in the spirit, the more that you can see this physical better. Because the physical came out of the spirit. The nothingness, everything comes out of nothingness. Every color comes from blackness. So get in touch with that formless so that you can understand your form. So I want to definitely, from my heart, from my inner meditation, from my human experience, I want to share that with y'all. So that maybe you can put it maybe within your heart and your human experience, because it is a oneness. My experience affects your experience because it's a oneness. We come from the same source. So why would I not share with the I that I wouldn't want the I to share with I? One perfect love, man. Zayla23, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Oh yeah, don't forget, I got a whole bunch of Tams on my website. I know a lot of people, they've been asking for the Tams. I got it on the website now. So don't forget, the website is www.shop.mynaturalroots.com. I actually got a new soap. I haven't washed my locks with it just yet, but I got that. I'm going to put that up on the website too. You know what I'm saying? So one love, one perfect love, and grow your natties, get in tune with nature, and just love life, man, and give thanks for the human experience, man, and just go after that wisdom, knowledge, overstanding. Wisdom, knowledge, overstanding, man, one perfect love every time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.